Hello and welcome to Vhayeya Weekly Scoop with myself, Gilchrist Muza. He was being remembered as more than just a musician, but also a mentor, teacher, and father figure to many. I'm talking about the late Sungura giant Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria. Family, friends, fans, and fellow musicians have all come together in mourning this great icon. It is indeed a dark cloud that has rocked the music industry. Meanwhile, the late Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria was given a peaceful final rest at Chiveshe village in Chiweshe. May his soul continue to rest in eternal peace. In other news, under the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2, parastatals under the Ministry of Transport are regularly conducting strategic workshops to account for past performance, plan future initiatives, and align their programs with national development goals. This week, we will talk about one such parastatal. In sport, Kaindu finally left the Harare Giants Dynamos. Like we told you last time on the show, Hard Rock FC offered Kelvin Kaindu a monthly salary of at least 12,000 United States dollars. This was a significant increase from an earlier offer of 7,000 United States dollars and a major factor in his decision to leave Dynamos FC, who were reportedly only offering him 450 United States dollars per month. So will Kaindu deliver better with Hard Rock FC compared to how it was with Dynamos? Well, we will look into that, but for now, let's dive straight into the leading scoop. In our leading scoop this week, the Zimbabwean music scene is in mourning following the passing of legendary Sungura musician Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria, affectionately known as the senior lecturer. Reports say he was 66 years old and had been battling chronic health conditions, including diabetes, hypertension, and recurring leg swelling. Madzibaba Zakaria was a trailblazer in the Sungura genre with a career spanning over 4 decades. He founded the iconic band Khiama Boys in 1984, which became a household name across Zimbabwe. His music was known for its distinctive voice, technical mastery, and unwavering dedication to the genre. The senior lecturer was more than just a musician. He was a mentor, teacher, and father figure to many. He played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of several musicians, including Alick Macheso and the late System Tazvida.
Pandiri nhasi pandiri kutsika pandiri kudi pandiri kuenda pese pandiri kuzwa chii chandiri kufunga zvipi nezvipi zvingava zviti kana hope dzandiri kuvata nezvivata wodizogazera ndiri munyararo mushure mekunge ndakaoneswa nesemwana ichocho chitikuchorora ndochipa kutenda ndikusika pei chero zvava tisiri tese panyama tinononya roramba tichivarangarira roramba tichivanamata roramba tichivaona kuti hationani nevesase vanhu vasiri panyama tiri mumhepo varipo kuti vasatirasa vasatisiya vatichengetedze tigaidha kavaitiita kubva kukutanga uko svikati zoonesawo vanhu kumberi.
His proteges often record his insistence on integrity, respect for the audience, and the importance of musical authenticity. Madzibaba Zakaria's legacy extends beyond his music. He was a cultural icon addressing social issues and everyday life through his songs. His music became a mirror of Zimbabwean life, offering a sense of continuity and comfort to his listeners. Since the announcement of his passing, tributes have been pouring in from fellow musicians, government officials, and fans, remembering Madzibaba Zakaria's humility, dedication, and selflessness. On Saturday, mourners converged at Chibuku Stadium in Chitungwiza to pay tribute to the late Nicholas Zakaria, fondly known as senior lecturer. The gathering, which comprised of fans, friends, family, and government officials, came to bid farewell to the well-known artist. Speaking at this event, Deputy Minister of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, Honorable Emily Jesiah, urged the artists to follow Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria's footsteps and also commended his drug-free path. The atmosphere at the stadium was somber, with attendees visibly moved by the passing of the man known for his impactful presence. Honorable Minister Paul Mavima, who also graced the event, described the late Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria as a friend and how his passing on is going to leave a void.
Inonzi musabvunda nambotaurwa ana vakazonyorera tsamba vachitoda kuti muite guest fona ikoko. Saka kubva mavhizits avaita vaine vana kusvika patakazolocha album takabva taita ushamwari hwakasimba. Then nozonzwa handisi kunzwa zvakanaka hama yangu. Ndanga ndichidawo zvakati nezvakati. Tozoti pave paya ndofona ndichiti zvamangusinganzwi zvakanaka makunzwa sei. Zvikanzi nyama nemweya zvadzokedzana ndave right. Handina kuzonzwa, ini ndiri kutofunga kuti munhu ave right. Kwakuzoti the day before yesterday in the morning ndakutoona social media ichiti Madzibaba hakusina. In my mind, ndakati a giant has fallen, because this man uyu anonzi Nicholas Madzibaba Zakaria is a giant in the music industry. Uyu anonzi Nicholas Madzibaba Zakaria, even though tiri kumuchema nhasi pano, haafe, haachafe, anoramba aripo because of the contributions that he made in the music industry.
Several artists, including Alick Macheso, Albert Nyati, veteran Sungura musician Somatla Ndebele, honored the late Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria, recognizing him for teaching and guiding them in their artistic skills. Meanwhile, the late Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria was given a peaceful final rest this Sunday at Chavakaira village in Chiweshe, as he was laid to rest according to traditional Muslim burial customs. The poignant ceremony involved the removal of his body from the casket, which was subsequently broken and dismantled before he was gently interred, wrapped in a white shroud, bringing a heartfelt closure to the iconic Sungura musician's life and legacy. May his soul continue to rest in eternal peace. Now moving on, under the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2, parastatals under the Ministry of Transport are regularly conducting strategic workshops to account for past performance, plan future initiatives, and align their programs with national development goals. One such parastatal, the National Handling Services, NHS, conducted a strategic planning workshop in Bulawayo this week. Vhayeya.com's Lovemoma Sungura was on the ground, covered the whole event, and filed the following report.
Today, the Ministry of Transport's National Handling Services parastatal was in Bulawayo to carry out a 4-day strategic meeting that was held at the Holiday Inn in Bulawayo. The strategic meeting involved stakeholders coming together to sharpen these parastatals in line with the expectations of the envisaged NDS2. The board chairman, Advocate Godwin Nyengedza, was there to give an insight of what has been achieved by the National Handling Services, as well as shed light of what is expected to be achieved under NDS2.
It won't suffice for me to speak to NDS2 without addressing the gains that we made under NDS1. Lately, I'm delighted to report to you that coming out of NDS1, we've managed to acquire a flight turnaround system which enhances and optimizes the turnarounds of our aircraft clients at the airports, at all very major airports that we operate from. Secondly, we also managed to acquire various pieces of equipment, enhancing our performances. And we also managed to train. The largest asset that we have is the human resource asset. And I'm really grateful that I've got a team that is hands-on and that is willing to learn. Also now getting into NDS2, we're looking at increasing our cargo capabilities by building a warehouse in Bulawayo. We've acquired a piece of land in Victoria Falls. I'm grateful to the council there, where we want to build also warehouses. And at Harare, we want to double the volume, like just we have done also for the cold chain facility.
The representation of the Minister of Transport and Infrastructure Development was there with one of the directors in the ministry, Mr. Takura Vengesa. He highlighted key achievements and also praised the entity for aligning itself with the vision of His Excellency Comrade Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa.
Yes, we are pleased as ministry to be part of this strategic plan workshop for NHS, whereby they are also coming up with the plans of what they want to do in the upcoming 5-year periods. And this, they do so in light of need to be compliant, actually also to various pieces of legislation. One of them being the Corporate Governance and Public Entities Act, which is actually a requirement that parastatals do come up with the strategic plans, and also they also have to come up with the contracts for the board chairperson and the CEO, and the budgets which will need to be approved for the upcoming 5 years, so that those will be their guiding documents for the upcoming 5-year period.
The NHS has got a new CEO who was appointed just a few months ago, Mr. Philip Rambakudzimwa. Also expressed his excitement looking ahead into NDS2.
If you look at the blueprints that we've had from the TSP, NDS1 and now to NDS2, these are the building blocks that have been enunciated by our President, His Excellency Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. They are building blocks. You know, when he says brick by brick, if you look at the formative years of the Second Republic, we are building, brick upon brick. And as NHS and as one of the gatekeepers of the gateways, so to speak, we are excited to also play a pivotal role as we go into NDS2. NDS1, we have scored some successes in terms of capitalization, in terms of changing our trajectory of our business, going towards cargo. Now, going into NDS2, we are also excited that we are going towards the final lap of Vision 2030, and we are geared to play a critical role in ensuring that our service provision improves across the board. When we handle our passengers, when we handle our customer airlines, it is imperative on us to make sure that the improvement is recorded and noted, not just in terms of talk, but in terms of the deeds.
To a sad development in Chikomba district, Chikomba DCC Secretary for Gender and Culture, Vice Chairperson Ms. Florence Mudzamiri, who was also the Chikomba Rural District Council and Councillor Ward 7, Chikomba West constituency, passed away on Saturday. This was reviewed by Chikomba DCC or Chikomba District Coordinating Committee. According to the DCC statement, she succumbed to a heart problem on the 13th of this month while she was admitted at Chitungwiza General Hospital. Speaking at the funeral, Member of Parliament for Chikomba West constituency, who is also the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable Tatenda Mavetera, offered her words of condolences, emphasizing on the subject of loving one another, unity and togetherness. Let's hear her speak.
Manzo. Pandinositaura paya ndichiti chikuru rudo ndo zvandee ndichireva kuti ngatisatsvaga nhongwa, zvese ngatizviise kuna Mwari. Mwari apa, Mwari atora. Zita raJehovha ngarikudzwe. Haleluya. Amen. VaRoma 13 verse 8 inotaura zvakanaka. Inoti usava nechikwereti nemunhu asi kwerudo. Haleluya. Naizvozvo usatsvaga nhongwa, usava nechikwereti nemunhu, ipa vanhu rudo chete. Haleluya. Mandizvidzaenda patiri pano ari kutotevera, asi chiripo ndechekuti hatimbozive nguva chete nekuti ndezvaMwari zvakavanzika. Haleluya. Nguva ine yatasvika ino ndomwe inonzi muganhu, yekuti unoganhurana nezvinhu zvese panyika pano.
The body left Chitungwiza General Hospital on Saturday for Chivu to lie instead at number 3970 Highview, Chivu. Then Sunday, 14th of December, at 10 a.m., the body left her home to Kadungure Shopping Center and passed through her farm at Sengejira. From there, at 11:30 a.m., the body was taken to Manize Center Store. Come 2 p.m., the body finally arrived at Chivu Cemetery, where she was laid to rest. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Now let's move on to look at sport, where Kelvin Kaindu, the former Dynamo's head coach, has met a surprise move to Hard Rock FC, a newly promoted Premier Soccer League team. Kaindu, affectionately known as KK, signed a 2-year contract with Hard Rock, leaving Dynamos after a successful stint that saw the team survive relegation and win the Chibuku Super Cup. Kaindu's departure from Dynamos was expected, as his short-term contract was set to expire. Hard Rock FC moved quickly to secure his services, offering a lucrative deal that Dynamos couldn't match. The Zambian coach will be assisted by Prince Matore and Kelvin Maposa, with Ronald Sevanda as team manager and Munyara Zibia part of the technical and administrative structure. Kaindu's appointment at Hard Rock signals the team's intent to consolidate their position in the Premier Soccer League. He replaces Luke Masomere, who guided Hard Rock to promotion. Kaindu's experience and expertise will be crucial in helping hard rock for the new season. Let's hope Kaindu will help Hard Rock FC survive long enough to fight for the 2026 PSL trophy. For these and other stories, you can find us on our following social handles. On WhatsApp, we are thevhayeya.com. On Facebook, we are Vhayeya.com official. On Twitter, we are thevhayeya.com. On website, it's www.thevhayeya.com. On YouTube, it's thevhayeya.com TV. That's all we had for you on this week's edition of the Vhayeya Weekly Scoop. But before we go, we have decided to make this episode special. As we continue reminiscing on the unforgettable impact Madzibaba Zakaria left in the music arena, we decided to leave you watching one of his amazing, inspirational, and powerful song titled Manera Eminamato, which basically encourages us to stay in prayer, to prioritize prayer, and to make a lifestyle of prayer. With that, see you next week, same time, same place. The name is always Gilchrist Muza. Only God willing, it's goodbye for now.
Manera eminamado, Chitungwiza kuna baba.